All right, back to the calls we go. We go to Gary in Santa Maria, California. Gary.
Oh, thank you very much, George. I feel like a lightweight stepping in the ring with a heavyweight here, but I'm going to give it my best shot. My hypothesis is that astrology is based in dark energy and quantum physics, and I wanted to go farther than just concentrating on bean sprouts growing faster. I wanted something big. So with the help of the Coast to Coast audience, I did a little history checking on Monsanto, because emotionally driven intention is very powerful when you astrologically steer it. So on the Grand Cross in astrology, supposed to be the most powerful time, was on April 23rd, 2014. I went on the air and had people put out the intention, Monsanto stock down. It only dropped by a couple bucks. I was disappointed. I came back on...
You made the whole market drop. You're the reason.
Well, July 3rd, I did the same thing, referencing. Now, get this, I'm only speaking historical. I did the same thing because the Grand Cross, Jupiter moved out, and the sun moved into Jupiter's place. Now it's a solar-charged Grand Cross. I had them put out the same intention. It takes Uranus and Pluto, keep their square or their opposition for 3 to 4 months. Between July 3rd and October 10th, Monsanto's stock dropped by $20 a share. Then I went on Coast to Coast with Lisa Garr, except her switchboard blew up, and she couldn't take my call. At that time, it was at the peak of the Uranus-Pluto square, and the stock dropped again, $13 a share.
They're going to nail you for stock manipulation.
I'm talking historical. Then I went on the air with Richard Serrett, May 22nd of 2015.
All right, I'm going to have to... Gary, I want you to get on point here, okay?
Okay, anyway, I did it 5 different times, all very public. Just go to Monsanto stock, zero in on the dates, listen to the Coast to Coast Insider replay. Those dates are exact. It's very public. In total, Monsanto stock on 5 different occasions dropped at least $10.
Yeah, but everybody's stock has dropped right now. It's been horrible for the stock market. So, Michael, what he's trying to say is that he was able to manipulate the market with his mind.
Right, yeah. Well, there's a lot of theories about the market, as you know, and people think they find patterns, and fuels the whole financial industry of people that get paid to do this. And astrology is just one of hundreds of different schemes, none of which work. In the long run, the best investment strategy is to go fishing. Just make your investment, ride it out, just let the market do its thing. If you try to pick and choose the winners by whatever technique, astrological or otherwise, the chances of you doing any better than, say, the S&P 500 over a long stretch are virtually nil. Now, somebody will do better. And so here's that statistical effects we were talking about before. There was a famous hedge fund manager named Bill Miller who beat the S&P 500 14 years in a row. And he was declared by Fortune magazine to be the greatest hedge fund manager ever. And he made $1 zillion doing this and so forth. But what people forget is that there's over 4,000 hedge fund managers. And by chance, if you just roll the dice 50-50 every stock trading day or every year or whatever measure you want to use, by chance you're going to get somebody like the lotto winner. Somebody's going to beat the S&P 500 14 years in a row. It's just going to happen. It just happened to be Bill Miller. He happened to be the lucky recipient of the streak, but it had to be somebody by chance. And that's the problem. The chance that you will figure this out, or me, are virtually zero. Well, probably 1 out of millions to be able to do this. And so I wouldn't trust any of those techniques. And furthermore, I wouldn't pay somebody a lot of money to do it, because they really can't do it. Random Walk Down Wall Street. I forget the author's name, the economist that wrote that, but it's a great book, because it really shows